with the Royal Rumble Ramble. Rapid fire, baby. Stay tuned while we get this stream set up and listen to the beautiful tunes of Ringside Renaissance.
Yo, listen up right here. It's pretty deadly jazzy talking in your ear. And who's that guy with the fresh new cap? It's Kombat Jones, he doesn't take any crap. Oh, gather round wrestling fans, let me tell you about a show. It's the Ringside Renaissance, where the knowledge overflows. They break down every match with a passion so divine. From the ropes to the ring, they cover every storyline. Ringside Renaissance, the podcast of the year. With their insights and their humor, they bring the fans to cheer. They might not like the Wyatt Six, but that's totally okay, 'cause they love Pretty Deadly in every single way. They got the hottest takes and the funniest of jokes. When it comes to wrestling podcasts, they're the top folks. They'll tell you all the reasons why the Wyatt Six ain't great, but when it comes to Pretty Deadly, they just can't hesitate. Ringside Renaissance, the podcast of the year. With their insights and their humor, they bring the fans to cheer. They might not like the Wyatt Six, but that's totally okay, 'cause they love Pretty Deadly in every single way. From the tag team champs to the underdogs, they cover it all, with a flair for the dramatic and a love for the brawl. Their episodes are epic, their banter's always tight. Tune into Ringside Renaissance, they'll make your wrestling night. So if you're a wrestling fan and you need a podcast fix, just tune in to Ringside Renaissance. They'll give you all the kicks. With their love for Pretty Deadly and their take so bold, Ringside Renaissance, the best podcast in the fold. Yo, listen up right here. It's Pretty Deadly jazzy talking in your ear. And who's that guy with the fresh new cap? It's Kombat Jones, he doesn't take any crap. Oh, gather round wrestling fans, let me tell you about a show. It's the Ringside Renaissance, where the knowledge overflows. They break down every match with a passion so divine. From the ropes to the ring, they cover every storyline. Ringside Renaissance, the podcast of the year. With their insights and their humor, they bring the fans to cheer. They might not like the Wyatt Six, but that's totally okay, 'cause they love Pretty Deadly in every single way. They got the hottest takes and the funniest of jokes. When it comes to wrestling podcasts, they're the top folks. They'll tell you all the reasons why the Wyatt Six ain't great, but when it comes to Pretty Deadly, they just can't hesitate. Ringside Renaissance, the podcast of the year. With their insights and their humor, they bring the fans to cheer. They might not like the Wyatt Six, but that's totally okay, 'cause they love Pretty Deadly in every single way. From the tag team champs to the underdogs, they cover it all, with a flair for the dramatic and a love for the brawl. Their episodes are epic, their banter's always tight. Tune into Ringside Renaissance, they'll make your wrestling night. So if you're a wrestling fan and you need a podcast fix, just tune in to Ringside Renaissance. They'll give you all the kicks. With their love for Pretty Deadly and their take so bold, Ringside Renaissance, the best podcast in the fold. Oh.
Ooh, baby. Yeah. Here we are. We're back. We figured it out. I figured it out how to do it. I figured it out.
The
The only thing I couldn't
ringside.
do is the tags, but yeah.
That's all right. We're good. We're good. Ringside Renaissance is here for your listening ears.
Yes. Yes. What's up, everybody? Ringside Renaissance. Talking all things wrestling, WWE, NXT.
The Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
Ramble. RJ the Brooklyn Savage is here. What up?
What's up? What's good? Yeah. And
Yeah.
talking sucks. A sucksable.
Hey, Sucksable. Good morning,
Yeah.
Tony, in the chat. How you guys doing today? This is the Ringside Renaissance. Rudy's up in the chat. Good morning, Rudy. Stay up in the chat, guys. Let us know what's going on. We're talking Royal Rumble. We're talking WWE. This is the Ringside Renaissance Wrestling Podcast.
Yo, yo, yo. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Yes. Well, we got a lot going on. We're going to talk the Royal Rumble. We got that coming up. What's that? February 1st, I think?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, February 1st. Oh, I'm off. I get to watch it. Thank God. What up? What up?
Can you all hear us? Let us know in the chat. Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Bro, the audio can't be right here, right? Oh yeah, I can hear us. I can hear us. I just checked it on my phone. I can hear us. All right. Howdy LFC's back in the building.
That's how. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Everybody coming in.
Oh
It's like
yeah.
the chat on my thing shows up late. But yeah.
All
Howdy
right, all right.
LFC, baby.
How you guys doing? Let us know in the chat where you're from, what you're up to, what do you think your Royal Rumble predictions are. We will get to all that. Um, we just wanted to come on live and just see how this works. Where we are, mornings are the best time for us to record. We didn't know how lives would go, but we're just seeing how this goes. Maybe talk about some past Royal Rumbles, our favorite moments, our favorite surprise entrance. Maybe are there going to be any surprise entrance this year? We shall see.
Right. Yeah. I didn't think everybody was going to be up this early. It's crazy.
Hey, we got
But
friends across the pond too, so
yeah. Shout out to them. That's what's up. Oh, man. But before we get to the Royal Rumble, there's so much going on because we had somewhat covered it with the Rock coming back, right?
mhm.
And his him coming out to the reception and playing the part that he did. And from listening and watching more stuff now, like I've educated myself more to what's going on, and I'm even more confused.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, with the whole with Cody Rhodes sitting in the front row. Now that I think about it more, and I've watched more stuff, uh, that it's weird that he did not have any part in the Netflix show besides him sitting down in the crowd and The Rock bigging him up, and then basically saying, "Hey, hey, Mama Rhodes," right?
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know.
Um, do you think he's staying on SmackDown maybe so they didn't want to feature Cody too much in this?
That's one way I was somewhat thinking about it. Yeah, because he did have a big part in SmackDown. Obviously, he came right out and somewhat started that show, and then finish it. Yeah, with Jimmy and Sammy,
Mm.
right? Yeah. Oh, hello, people. Surprise. He believes. Okay. Starlina, what's up?
Yeah, man. Welcome to everybody in the chat. Let us know. We got somebody says Rock spoils Cena out of the Rumble would be great. Ooh. Tony says, surprise, I believe in Joe Hendry. Um,
Right.
yeah, Cody did tussle with Kevin
Oh,
Owens. Yeah. During the tribal combat match.
that's
Um,
true.
yeah,
Yeah.
Kevin Owens came out to try to screw Roman Reigns over, and Cody came out dressed in his tailored suit from
Yeah,
Michael, and yeah, so
yeah.
there was little
From
bits of him.
Men's Warehouse.
Yeah, men's warehouse. Um,
There's always a Men's Warehouse in every city. Yeah.
you'll like the way you look.
So it's more or less. I just don't understand what they're doing with it. I understand it, but it's probably with the story and the thing is with The Rock, more or less, right?
Yes.
Because the next night on NXT, The Rock comes out, and clearly he's been reading the comments online of the people confused of what's going on, and yeah, why are you all nice to Cody? Why are you being so nice to Cody? He did his little rant, um, talking about a year ago, taking his spot or whatnot. Um, I don't know.
Yeah, it's really confusing to see where they're going to go with it. I know a lot of people are saying that maybe Rock's getting wrote off of WrestleMania because there's like Moana reshoots or something like that. I really don't know. I don't understand. I really think they're going Rock Roman here because of what happened after Tribal Combat with the
Yeah.
Ulafala and the Rock coming out and standing in the corner and side eyeing Roman. And but you got to remember too. Okay, do you remember last year they had that? Rock had that promo against Cody, and then he did the "What can I say except you're welcome" at the end of it when he's like staring into the camera and he sings the "What can I say?" He was wearing. Correct me if I'm wrong in the chat, but he was wearing the same vest and the same sunglasses when he did
Okay.
that promo. So to me,
Yeah.
there's a tie there or a link there. I'm not exactly sure.
Yeah. I feel like he was being too nice the whole time for the Netflix thing, and like it is kind of like a hint, like he's playing everybody a little bit.
Mhm.
Hopefully, that's what I'm hoping.
Yeah, I also saw the thing that remember Drew McIntyre went in the ring and hugged Cody Rhodes before Kevin Owens attacked him. But then Rock came and the Rock hugged Cody backstage after, and like that's that backstabbing hug. I don't know.
Yeah, they had their Wheatley vodka, or no, they had the tequila, the
Terramana.
the rocks the rocks tequila.
They actually have a feud there if you think about it. It's like they have Cody's Wheatley against Rock's Terramana, the battle for the liquor, I guess. But and the Rock's gonna win in liquor box, Cody Rhodes, Mama Rhodes.
I don't know what the Rock knows about tequila because tequila comes from Mexico and he's Samoan.
Okay.
So I mean that not that I don't know what type of liquor they make in Samoa, but you
Yeah, I knew a lot
yeah.
about Guinness, and I'm not from Ireland, so I
Fair
have.
enough.
Yeah, but yeah, so it is confusing, but I think we have a long ways to go. Remember, I mean, WrestleMania is not till April, and then we have Royal Rumble, and then the week before Royal Rumble, we also have, yeah, The Rock was lame. Was a baby face love fest.
Yes, that's what he
uh,
did. That's why they did it because they had everybody on there watching, and he's gonna fall back into the final boss thing like he did on Netflix. Like he said, everybody was complaining online that he was being too nice to Cody, and then a year ago they were complaining that he wasn't being nice to Cody and that he stole his spot.
yeah, okay, yep, yep. Do you
And
all?
that he's 20 steps ahead of everybody, and that they need to just know their role, shut up, and enjoy the ride that the Rock's going to take them on. So that's why would lead you to believe that he's not done, that he's going to be part of the stories going forward, if he's
Yeah,
saying hopefully.
yeah, we'll see. I mean, it is one way or the other. I wish they would just shit or get off the pot. I think by
Yeah,
Saturday night's main event, we're gonna get a clearer picture because, like I said, that is a week before the Royal Rumble that we have another Saturday night's main event. But I think
right.
the Raw debut on Netflix, you got to remember there's a lot of countries that haven't been exposed to WWE, and I think we're spoiled as fans that get it weekly. And
Mm.
Wheatley's so good I drink it weekly. But all these people that are their first time exposed to WWE, they know who The Rock is from his movies. So
Right.
would they get a sour taste in their mouth to see The Rock be full on final boss the first episode of Raw? But at that point, why have him come out and do that promo? Just have him come out at Tribal Combat and put the Ulafala on Roman and then just have that be what it is. I think that would be more satisfactory. But hey, they're a
Right.
multi-billion-dollar organization. I think they know more than we do here at Ringside Renaissance, just a little bit. So
Yeah.
I'm going
But
on the
we
ride.
gotta just go for the ride, and shut our mouths. But
Yeah.
that's not
No.
what happened last year. People didn't shut their mouths, and then we got the whole Cody crybaby movement. But
Uh,
Cody kind of sat in the crowd and took it like a little bitch, a little bit.
yeah, I mean,
He.
this Cody hate from you, man, is really starting to get on my nerves a little bit. I'm
I
just
mean,
saying.
he it did. It was pretty. He kind of just took it.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess so.
Somebody gonna bring up your mother like that when you know that when the Rock's got her panties and handed it to well, you got them back, I guess technically. Like,
I handed him back.
I
Do you think The Rock managed to wash them before he
wash
gave them
them.
back, or they were just...
I think he washed them in the ball washer, like
Oh,
Happy
okay.
Gilmore.
Happy Gilmore, yeah, yeah. Shout out Happy Gilmore 2 coming out soon.
He'll
Yeah.
kill the cheetah.
These are our panties. Shout out Road Trip. What a good movie. Yeah, so there's a lot of speculation, a lot of things going on. We learned last Friday night on SmackDown that Roman Reigns is um entering himself in the Royal Rumble. Uh there's a lot of different people that we think is going to be an entrant in the Royal Rumble. And what I love about the Royal Rumble coming up is it's so wide open. There's so
Mm,
many different possibilities and directions they could go in the men's and women's. I think I have more of an idea of what they're going to do with the women's, but it's just so fun. Like this is when they say the road to WrestleMania and stuff, but this is the season I like. Royal Rumble is my second favorite, if not my favorite PLE, because of the
right.
speculation behind it. And I don't think last year we got too many surprise entrants, but like the fun with the surprise entrants and
Yeah.
um what they're gonna do. I was gonna ask you,
Uh
do you remember your earliest Royal Rumble that you watched live?
huh. Yes.
Yeah,
Probably the one that we watched together.
with Austin.
I think so. Yeah, because I didn't have the possibility of having pay-per-view or cable until I had moved to that place.
Okay.
Like when I lived in the other spot, all we had was the
The
antenna.
antenna.
So all I got was like Saturday morning wrestling, or all I had was that box of videotapes or tapes that I could go buy from the store of stuff that just happened.
Yeah, yeah. Let us know in the chat what your
Yeah.
earliest live Royal Rumble memory was. Mine was, I think I might have watched it at my aunt's house. I don't remember, but was the '94 Royal Rumble
Oh,
when
okay.
Bret
Yeah.
Hart and Lex Luger got eliminated at the same time and their feet touched at the same time. And
Yep.
I don't remember the whole event. I just remember the controversy around it. And Bret Hart and Luger both raising their arms like they were the ones that won. And
Yeah.
Bret
Hmm.
Hart being on a bum leg because Owen Hart attacked him after the tag team title match earlier in the night. And I just remember it and just being like, what is that's not my earliest wrestling memory, but it was my earliest Royal Rumble memory. And I'm just sitting there
Yeah.
watching it like, what's going on? Like, what is this? Like, because back then we had, well, wrestling is real in every form and fashion. But
Yes.
man, oh man, it was just such a controversial thing to have happened, and I was really, really intrigued by it. Brock decimate everyone until 10.
And then 10 was what? Drew McIntyre when he kicked. Is that the one that Drew McIntyre hit him with the Claymore and eliminated him?
Might
I
be.
think so. I think that was the one that happened right before the whole COVID era
Yeah.
thing.
Okay.
That was good. Yeah, because so this is the thing I have with like Royal Rumbles now is it's a little different. Um Hold on a second. Let's get to Howdy. My,
2015 was mainly why it was being despite one of the worst ones in recent history. Who won in 2015? 2015. Let us know, Howdy, who won in 2015. I don't remember exactly which one that was.
yeah. Yeah, so I did like that moment of Drew McIntyre eliminating Brock because that's what led to the Drew McIntyre winning at the WrestleMania that was in the Performance Center.
Hmm.
or whatever, which I actually did like. I did like that. I did like the lead up, and I did like what they did. It would have been a lot crazier live, of course, but that's when Drew went babyface pretty much. But uh, yeah, Brock was going crazy in that Rumble. He
Hmm.
just eliminated everybody. He was
Everybody.
throwing everybody out. It was almost getting like too ridiculous. And that's what I was gonna say, kind of bringing up, backtracking to like the old times of watching the old Royal Rumbles, of what you get then compared to what you get now.
Hmm.
Okay, because when I think like Royal Rumble in my head, like going back to being a kid, like the nostalgia of it, I'm thinking of like looking at the ring and there's like 20 guys in it and they're all
Yes.
fighting, and
Yes.
like you can't even tell who's who. Almost you can see, but there's so many people in the ring, and that's just what I remember from the Royal Rumble, and like one of my favorite moments of any of them going back, because you don't really see that nowadays, and I understand why, because it's harder to tell kind of like a story in the ring and have the room to do that with certain people when you have almost everybody in there at one time, right? And then just
Hmm.
punching and doing
Yeah.
stuff. But that's like you don't really see that in the most recent ones anymore.
Yeah, Combat Jones' favorite part about previous Royal Rumbles was seeing 15 to 20 men all pounding each other at the same time.
Yes, yeah, exactly. The more the better. Yeah, yeah.
That's right, Howdy.
Yeah.
Roman won. That's when The Rock came out and was raising his arm, and the whole crowd was booing, and they didn't know what to do. Captain
Oh,
Heel's here.
okay.
What's up, Captain Heel?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of like I said, great memories that happened with the Royal Rumble '95 when Shawn Michaels started number one against British Bulldog and ended up winning the whole thing.
Mhm.
Um, then
That was
'97. Yep.
yeah. That was one of my favorite ones. That's one of the ones I remember most. That's one that I had to watch back on a tape, when I was still young. But I remember British Bulldog throwing Shawn Michaels over the ropes, but he
Yep.
was holding on, and only one foot touched the ground, I believe, and he's just hanging there. And they played British Bulldogs music, and he was up on the turnbuckle, and then you see Shawn come from behind, and that was it. Yeah,
So controversial, just like the one in '97 that we watched when Stone Cold got eliminated, but the referees didn't see it, and he came in
right.
and threw
Yeah,
everybody else
yeah,
out. It was along the same lines. Man, controversial ending, but what a great ending that was.
yeah, yeah. And Shawn kind of like just collapsed after he had hit Bulldog out to it. It was just like crazy moment. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And
Hmm.
what led to, yeah, and that's when Vince was still on commentary too, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, with yeah, like
How
oh
long?
my,
How
oh
did
my
it happen in the
God.
WWF?
There's only one foot touching the ground. Oh my God. Yeah.
Tony said there ought to be a 1 through 6 wrestler randomizer enter. Then you get the possibility of more than one entering at a time. That would be insane. Oh, almost like up to 6 can be entered at the same time. Oh, that would be pretty interesting.
Yeah.
They've been doing it so long the way they've been doing it. I don't think changing it
Yeah.
up would really.
They're going to like start using AI now. Remember when they had like the AI GM, the
Yeah, yeah,
computer
yeah,
GM
yeah,
or
yeah. The
whatever? They're going to
anonymous
use
general manager.
yeah,
Yeah.
they're going to use AI now for it, and they're going to put it in, and that's going to decide what would be the best outcome. I'm sure they're doing that anyways, but behind the scenes,
Yeah,
if
yeah,
because if it wasn't real, I'm sure they would try that. But
yeah. I don't know about. There's like I said, there's a lot of different things that have happened, but I think if it's not broke, don't fix it type thing. I think kind of the way that they're doing
yeah,
the Royal Rumble these days is good. I like the look of the channel. Thank you. That Roman one with the Rock tried to raise his arm. I was even booing that. Yeah, I think most everyone was booing that. That was Big Dog Roman Reigns, and yeah, he wasn't getting a lot of love back in the day. 2005 on DVD. The first one my parents ordered for me to watch was 2006. Okay, cool,
yeah,
cool.
yeah,
Um, yeah, there was so much involved with it. Uh, like I said, I mean, I remember back watching when Stone Cold won in '97, then he won in '98.
hmm
With the amount of wrestlers on Raw, SmackDown, and NXT, is 30 still the perfect number, or should they increase the entrance?
Well, I mean,
They
you
try.
could increase it, but then, like, if you're the first, you got a lot more people to fight through, or you're just gonna have to throw people out quicker. They only got a so much amount of time too, so I don't, you know, they
Yeah,
try to
because
fit so much in, and it's kind of part of tradition where it's just like that 30. Maybe NXT can do their own NXT Rumble.
yeah, and they tried doing the 40 man when Shinsuke Nakamura won,
Yeah,
and I think it just goes too long at that point. I think after a while,
right.
people get kind of gassed out from it. Um, Man, it sucks because some people have to get left out. But like we said last year, there wasn't really a lot of surprise entrants. Maybe they're getting away from the surprise returns because that's either a home run or it's a
Right.
letdown. I mean, you know,
Yeah.
which one did Batista win when everybody in the world knew he was winning? This year is great because we don't know. The one Batista won, what year was that? That was the one that everybody thought Brian Danielson was going to win. That's the year
That's
Punk left.
that's what I was gonna say. That's the last one that Punk was in where he came out first when he
Yes.
still had like the Wolverine stuff. Who eliminated him? Kane. Kane made him
Yeah.
the first
Corporate Kane. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
corporate. Yeah, yeah. And that was supposed to lead to whatever the hell. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That was Batista. Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Yep.
supposed to be CM Punk and Triple H that year at Mania, I believe. And CM Punk said, "Nah, nah, not doing that one." But
Yep.
man, that was really interesting. That's what started the Yes movement. What do you guys think about a tag team rumble? Would there be any interest, especially if the rumble goes 2 nights? I'd enjoy it. There isn't enough established tag teams in WWE right now, I think, to really have a full tag team rumble. Um, they
Yeah, you'd
could
have
do
to
it.
have 15 teams. Well, yeah, yeah, it'd be interesting how they did it because it's like, do you both have to stay in? If your partner's out or you out, you both got to get kicked out. Like it.
Yeah,
I
that would
mean,
be fun. It'd be fun to kind of experiment
try
with
it.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
screw it. Let's do it. Try it. Do it on Raw or
Let's
SmackDown or
do
something,
it.
and there's something. Why not?
Yeah, they've
See
had
how it
tag team
goes.
battle royals in the past.
Yeah.
The WrestleMania 14, I think that started out with a tag team battle royal. That's when the Legion of Doom came back and won. Yeah, I think if one person got eliminated, they both had to leave. The one in
Oh,
2020 was great when Drew won because he was in a really good spot, but the pandemic screwed everything. Drew did a great job during that time as a face. Yeah, yeah, Combat Jones agrees with that for sure.
yeah. I like that. I like the lead up to the WrestleMania they did. I like how he beat Brock, even though, you know,
Yeah. Um,
was in the Performance Center.
what would be like the wildest person you could think winning the Rumble this year? Maybe like out of left field. It doesn't even have to make sense.
At a left, best part about the Rumble is fantasy are long awaited and hoping for interactions coming late. We might see Punk Cena, Seth Roman, maybe in Rock. Yeah. Imagine
Yeah.
them all in the ring at the same time
Oh,
down to the end. Yeah.
oh,
Oh,
man.
who could win the Royal Rumble that we don't expect this year? Mm.
Hey, Hassan, you think Uncle Howdy's gonna win the Royal
Oh,
Rumble this year?
oh yeah. How do you think all of the Wyatt Six will be in the Royal Rumble, or do you think any of them will be in the Royal Rumble?
I hope not. I could
I
see
think
like maybe Finn Balor being in the Royal Rumble and them starting the feud with the Judgment Day and coming in and eliminating him or something like that. But
right. Um, yeah, our truth got to be in it somehow or another. Yeah,
there was a rumor that
yeah.
Santina Morello was going to be in the Women's Rumble because he'd be in the ring with his daughter. His daughter is in NXT right now.
NXT.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's cool. That's
yeah.
cool.
I don't know if I agree with it, but whatever.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
the New Day got to be in it. I think that's a big thing with this year. We got a lot of heavy hitters right now. Like the roster is very strong. Like they got some throwaways for sure. Like
hmm
some parts of these factions that they can just feed in there for in between the big heavy hitters, right? But there's a lot when you break it down. Like there's a big roster right now
yeah, agreed.
of like real superstars. Like
Well, who has a real chance of winning? Punk has a real chance of winning. I can
Yeah.
even see Seth winning, but I don't think that makes sense. Drew,
Punk could, yeah, Punk could win, Seth could win, Drew could win,
Roman could
Roman
win.
Roman could win, Cena could win, Randy Orton. There you go. There's a surprise one that you
There
wouldn't
you go.
expect. He comes back and he wins.
And challenges Cody at Mania.
Yeah. Kevin
Man.
Owens could win.
Yeah,
Uh
but he's going to be in the ladder match that same night, so I don't even know if he's going to be in it.
oh, that's true. Yeah. Scratch that. Yeah.
Yeah. A huge wild card with Ludwig Kaiser, especially after Gunther told him to make a name for himself a couple months ago. That's big. Kaiser against Gunther at Mania. I'm here for it.
Yeah. I
Let's go.
wonder if yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah. Damian Priest could be in it. He could win.
Ugh.
Braun Breaker, he could win.
Braun Breaker, man. Oh, they need to start giving him some IC title matches. He really needs to.
Yeah, I mean, is he gonna have a title match at Royal Rumble or anytime soon or anywhere? Like, what is
Yeah.
going on with Braun Breaker? I'm sure he'll be in it. I mean, Joe Henry, he could probably be in it, right?
Joe Hendry, yeah, that was said earlier in the chat. Yeah, Joe Hendry, I don't see him winning though.
That'd be a big pop.
hmm
Yeah,
I think, I think,
I think.
I think a lot of people don't believe in Joe Hendry anymore, though. I think that's kind of a that ship is
Yeah,
sailed. I think.
they kind of need to reignite that fire of that pop for him. I think it would happen. I think people will. I think he will get a great reception if he comes out the Rumble though. Yeah,
Yeah, I think it would be a nice pop.
yeah,
I'm sure they'll be in the Rumble. They'll have a few good spots. Looking forward to it. You're right, Jesse. They might start building Wise versus Judgment Day for there or somewhere near then. Yeah.
hmm
Pretty Deadly Jesse's my name. So they
yeah.
but yeah, all I know is as long as they don't have the Wyatt Six on any PLE, I'll be happy. I'm okay with their little segments on Raw and whatever, but
Right.
I don't know if they're ready or geared for a PLE right now. I just don't know.
They have to take each other out. Them in the Judgment Day or something. Because
I just feel like they fumbled that. As much as we haven't liked it and
yeah,
we never really, and we've been very vocal about not really caring for it too much. I really think that they've really fumbled the Wyatt Six and everything. It just took everything's just taken way too long, and I think people
I
are
feel
starting
like
to lose interest.
even if I liked it and I would be crazy into it, I still wouldn't be happy with the amount of time that they're getting or exposure. If that was like my main thing of watching WWE right now was Wyatt Six. Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, boy, it's a tough look. And like all of our personal feelings aside, I just honestly sub or objectively think it's just not working. Yeah, Drew challenging Cody, that makes a lot of sense. That'd be a strong opponent for Cody at WrestleMania if Cody keeps the title until WrestleMania.
Yeah. And then like it seems like we're kind of building with Drew and Roman too.
Mm,
But then you got Drew and then you got Roman and The Rock. Like maybe when The Rock did the three thing, he meant like is gonna be Cody, Roman, and The Rock for the title.
yeah, triple threat.
Triple
Okay.
threat. Switch it up, you know?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Man,
Now I don't
so
know
many
who
different
comes out
directions.
of that though.
My
Like,
brain gets like cross-wired or whatever, but I really think I'm gonna ride this to the fucking I'm gonna ride this to the grave.
yeah, yeah,
I really think Rollins somehow some way is gonna win the title back from Gunther, and um then it's gonna be Punk Rollins at WrestleMania. Bring back the
yeah.
Buried Alive match and do something with the Wyatts in the Judgment Day. Man, imagine like a 8-man Buried Alive match.
Why would they do buried alive? They ain't undertakers, though. They don't bury people. They'd have to do like a swamp match or like
Well,
a
they do bury people because once they get in a feud with
oh
them,
yeah, that's true. They should have a Whataburger brawl
yeah.
inside the inside the Whataburger. You know, they
Oh
could
man, that's
stick his head in the fryer.
the milkshake slam.
Yeah. Shove some fries down his throat.
Put the fries back in the bag.
Yeah.
Yeah, even LA Knight, man. LA Knight, I don't think he's going to win the Rumble, but I think he'll have a strong showing there. I think he's probably going to win the title back from Shinsuke at the Rumble, but um But yeah, there's a lot of different directions they could go with it. Wyatt's versus Judgment Day at Mania. That'll be the Wyatt Six first PLE match, and hopefully their last.
Probably something like that. Yeah.
Hopefully they just drop the whole Wyatt Six. I would love just Bo Dallas going on a solo, just a solo run, just
Hmm.
dealing with the grief loss of his brother. I think he would be one of the biggest baby faces in the company if they just went that direction, and I would be behind him, honestly.
Yeah, that'd be better. Fatal
Yeah.
four way and add Cena.
Ooh,
Yeah, that's a way of
Roman,
doing it.
Rock, Cena, Cody Rhodes. Ooh, that could be interesting.
That's a big. That's a big. That's a big card right there.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's so much stacked talent that's gonna be at WrestleMania this year. Like, what do they do with all of them?
It'd be a good way of putting all of them in the main event without having to split everybody up within these other little matches.
You know what I'm a little bit bummed out about that they started teasing a little bit. What was it back? Oh my God, where was it back at? Maybe Bad Blood? No, but a little bit before Bad Blood.
Hmm.
Um, when they were teasing like a Wade Barrett return to fight Drew McIntyre, I was really pumped and
Yeah,
excited for that. But then they kind of just dropped that. They're not giving the Wyatts enough time, but with Netflix, I'm expecting that to change, and we should be seeing the final showdown this week between them and Final Testament. I think they're giving the Wyatts more than enough time than they deserve. I think any time on TV with the Wyatt Six is too much time.
I think it showed where they really land on the totem pole in WWE
Mm.
when they didn't really even mention them at all in the Netflix episode, the first episode,
Yeah,
to the
all,
world, that they're not promoting them that hardcore, that like they're not that important. They're not that big of a draw.
yeah. That it's funny because we haven't even talked about Raw and Netflix coming up tonight. I mean, we have the first ever women's IC title final match, Lyra Valkyria and Dakota Kai. Um, I believe the Wyatt Six and the Final Testament are in a match tonight. We'll see what happens with CM Punk and Seth Rollins after
Mm,
the match last week. Where did you
right.
see the behind the scenes thing? Not the behind the scenes things, but like they showed a different angle where like after the match, the referee went over to Punk and Punk said something like "Go check on Seth" or something like that because he thought Seth really got hurt again.
Yeah, something about his knee, maybe. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
because
like
Punk
go
really sold it too. Like I thought Punk was hurt the way he
yeah
was walking off, but I think he's just. I mean, he might just be old and sore too. But all the haters are already started it online. Fragile Phil again. Can't Seth had to carry him the whole match. He's hurt again. Blah 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 blah.
yeah yeah.
How
But if
about that
Seth
Macaulay Culkin afterwards?
Macaulay, yo, listen, he got
Yeah,
the biggest pop of the night. I know we
yeah,
had talked about like Raw and
yeah,
Netflix, who was going to get the biggest pop of the night. Macaulay Culkin, I think, is
yeah,
a front runner for that
yeah,
pop, man. He really and he did the whole thing with the hat and pulled it up and just
yeah.
the reveal was just
But did you see
magical.
Punk talk to him afterwards?
It was his brother, I think.
Oh, never mind. That was his brother that won the. Oh, yes, you're right. I
Come on
was like,
now.
well, people were saying, and then I'm like, what? That don't look like it. Yeah. Okay.
That's
He's like,
why.
yeah, I won. He's like,
That's
I
why it
won
didn't look
too.
like it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, Raw on Netflix tonight should be really a lot of fun. I'm glad it went off without a hitch and none of like the bugs that happened during like the Tyson Paul fight or nothing. I think
Streaming.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I
issues.
think
Yeah,
when you're dealing with WWE, I think it's a whole different animal. Uh
yeah. Right.
what's low? What's low? I mean, I don't know what to
Well,
tell you.
think about it. The Wyatt Six haven't had any new merch, right? So
Yeah.
they're not making the WWE any new money. And I would be I would look it up and look and see where it falls with how much it's selling and where it is, like ranking wise, what's selling. That'll tell
Yeah.
you a lot of how much
Mhm.
they're going to promote it too.
Mhm. Yeah, because it's WWE is all about money. If you're making them money, they'll push you. That's for sure.
Yeah.
There was something earlier that said speculate. Hoping can get a much bigger pop than Hogan as a sign that the world is healing. Man, oh man. Yeah, I don't think Hogan was going to get much of a pop there. That was poor Jimmy Hart.
Oh Lord, yeah.
If you all didn't watch, go to the Pat McAfee show. There's a clip of Hulk Hogan doing a press conference the day after Netflix explaining what happened. That's just a magical 5 minutes. If you have time to watch that, that is really certainly worth a watch.
And Hogan has doubled down. I heard he's pulling his beer out of California.
Oh, really?
I don't know. Yeah, that's what I heard.
I
Yeah.
saw a clip of Hogan not too long ago explaining to people about how he quit drinking and it saved his life, and he doesn't have to drink because he has God now. And then like it shows him like behind backstage of
Yeah.
Raw and Netflix slugging down in a real American beer. It's like, oh, here we go though.
Yeah.
Here we go. It says
He's been
earlier,
saved again.
yeah, he's been saved
Yeah.
by that Pilsner. Earlier it said, I don't know why. It's Joey Knight said, I don't know why I'm stumped on picking a front runner for the Women's Rumble this year, but that makes me excited for it. Yeah, I think it's gonna be a return.
Yeah.
It's either gonna be Becky. I don't know if they're gonna save Becky till Rumble returning, or I could see Charlotte Flair coming back and winning and facing Tiffany Stratton at WrestleMania because that's like a dream match that everybody's been talking about.
The moonsault versus the moonsault.
Oh,
Yeah.
here we go.
Yeah.
I don't know
I
if
don't
I'd be
know.
on board for that. The Battle of the Plastic.
I I don't think it's like a wrestle. I'm not gonna say it's not a WrestleMania caliber match, but like it's definitely not a WrestleMania main event caliber match.
Mm.
Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte Flair at this point.
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't.
Because who's the heel and who's the face then too? Because it seems like they're trying to turn Tiffy back heel again, sort of like. But the crowd still chants for like it's getting a little complicated there.
Yeah, there's there's a muddy waters there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Shout
don't
out to
know.
Redman.
Yeah, shout out to Redman. I was gonna say yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I could see. I want to see Asuka come back and win. That's not gonna happen, but
Yeah.
um,
Yeah, I don't know. It could be Becky. Hope it's a swerve and it's somebody we don't see. I hope they find some way of like swerving this whole women's thing with the Royal Rumble on the way to WrestleMania with the Elimination Chamber, so it's like not predictable or it's just something that we're thinking. That's
yeah,
what I hope.
so many people are saying Io Sky. I'm kind of over the whole Io Sky experiment.
Like I'd love to see Jade and Charlotte or Jade and Bianca, and I would love to see Jade win the Royal Rumble, but it's just not time for that yet, obviously.
Yeah, no.
So
I know they got Naomi in that fatal 4-way to face the champion, have Naomi win the title, and then Jade come back and face her at Mania. I mean, that's extreme fantasy booking. They're not going to take the title off Tiffy that quick.
right.
Powerbomb, welcome. Powerbomb Nation.
Yes.
Do you all think the women's IC title should main event Raw tonight? I do. I think it should. I think that they don't have any other marquee matchup lined up for tonight. I think that would be it would put on a pedestal what they're trying to do with the women's mid-card title. And I think Lyra Valkyria should win, not Dakota Kai. Sorry about it.
Yeah, it'd be good. I don't know what else they would do for the ending. To end it again with like Punk and Seth or something like that, with a showdown or a promo type of thing. I don't think it would make sense because the last thing we seen at the end of the last Raw on Netflix was Punk and Seth, right? Was CM Punk. So
Do you think that they should have the IC title, women's title match, have Lyra Valkyria win, and then that's when Becky returns to come out and like raise Lyra's arm up? Because remember, like a week or two before Becky left, she had a little promo with Lyra backstage and said something about you need to take the ball and run with it. You need to be the next big thing. And
that's true. That's true. Or I can see like just Raw opening with Becky's music.
you think so? I know you're not excited for it, but
Eh.
I hope it's like Becky Lynch and not like the big time Bex or like really the man thing. It's just Becky Lynch. Like, let it just
well,
be
the
what
man
that
was
is.
like the bit when Becky Lynch was at like her biggest was like the beginning of like the man part. right? When she
Hmm.
was the man. And after then, it just like, I thought she was better in the ring back then, and then she just kind of lost it somewhat. Like, I think her character and her persona was better than like her actual in ring work.
Yeah, yeah, I guess so. Becky is good in the ring, but I think that when she's trying to get too gimmicky, I think it takes away from what she's doing in the ring.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, I don't know. I really don't know.
say Becky for a pop in the Rumble. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
what? Yeah, I guess a lot of people got confused because they had put out that Netflix a little preview teaser before it came out, and it had Becky. It has Becky in it in the ring, so we know she's coming back. So they kind of spoiled that surprise a little bit to like people that may have saw it that can see it if you go on Netflix and watch the thing. But yeah, who knows? I guess it's just when. I guess we're just wondering when now. That's that'll be the surprise. But I don't I want Dakota Kai to win kind of too.
oh, really? Yeah, I think a lot of people do. There's a big Dakota Kai
Yeah.
movement on X that has been riding her coattails for quite a long time, and I could see that, but only if it's sincere and it's not meant just to kind of
Yeah.
tickle the fancy of all the Dakota Kai fans out there.
Yeah, I think the stories might be better if Lyra wins too. Like
Yeah,
who she
you could
go.
have
Yeah.
Lyra Becky at WrestleMania and keep her with the mid card title and save
Mm.
the women's title for a higher, for someone else.
Oh, so you got Becky going for the IC title.
Well, yeah, keeps her away
Really?
from the main title picture on Raw.
I think when Becky comes back, she's got to go after Liv, right?
I would think so.
Yeah, I think like they got the most unfinished business. I mean, I guess Rhea too, but oh god, man, like is Becky coming back his face? She got it at this point, right?
I believe
Is she-
so, yeah.
yeah, so she can't really go against Rhea unless Rhea gonna turn again. Like now that she just won the championship as the face.
Well, Triple H likes triple threat matches, so they could do Rhea, Becky, Liv at WrestleMania, and I'm not a big fan of that, but
Mm.
that might be where they are going with it.
Liv
Boy,
takes the pin.
yeah, she's on bottom.
Damn it.
What you just said made me think either opens up Becky returning or Lyra wins, is about to win the title, then some heels like PFC or someone attacks her, then Becky's music hits,
Yeah.
and there we go. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I think Pure Fusion Collective could come into play with it somehow.
Mm,
Yeah, definitely.
the Peer Fingering Collective.
And if they don't, they're gonna be next up for for the challenging of it. Like they're gonna go somewhere with a feud with them, with like Zoe or Shayna or
Who's the other one?
the
You get it.
uh,
You'll get it.
I don't remember.
I don't either. That's okay. That's how memorable they are. I could see her face.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm a big Zoe Stark fan, but like and Shayna Baszler as well. But I think they've just been
Yeah,
really kind of squandered in their whole runs. But
they make good TikTok videos. They make great viral videos. So I'll give them that.
oh, do they?
They do. Yeah, they're funny. Yeah,
I'm
they're
not on
good.
TikTok. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're probably on Instagram or YouTube Shorts too, or wherever. But
No, okay, okay.
you know,
Um,
yeah.
Dakota for champ. Man, oh man, Isaac, what are we doing? What are we doing? Um,
Maybe
it
they're
would,
gonna give her flowers and then just take it from her.
yeah, I would like the mid card titles hot potatoing around though. I don't think there should be really long title reigns with them.
Yeah,
It gives
I agree.
it allows like the main titles to kind of just sit and let the people hold them for a while, but we still get to see title changes. Uh, yeah, I don't know. Sonya
Hmm.
Deville, thank you, Powerbomb Nation.
Oh
Jesus,
Lord,
man.
yes,
Oh my
Sonia.
goodness.
Yes, yes,
That was
yes.
tough. We really went through it there. Um,
Yeah, that's
man,
it.
oh man. Yeah, so it's interesting to see. Like I said, trying to go back and bring it back to the Royal Rumble. We also have Kevin Owens versus Cody Rhodes for the undisputed Universal WWE Championship. Already know how you feel about this, but there's no way in hell, there's no way in hell Cody's really gonna lose this title, right?
Uh, I don't know.
Really? You
Probably
think?
not. Hopefully not. I mean, maybe The Rock comes out and costs Cody the title. I'm thinking like this 20 steps ahead of everybody. So just go for know your role and shut your mouth and enjoy your ride with Kombat Jones because I'm always 20 steps ahead because there's going to be an alliance between all these people
Mm,
with The Rock, Drew McIntyre, Kevin Owens,
Jesus.
Seth Rollins,
Oh my goodness.
and who's the
Drew
fifth man?
McIntyre. Oh, you said Drew McIntyre.
Yeah, I said Solo. I don't know. Jake.
Oh man, Jacob Fatu. Imagine
Nah,
Tongaloa coming back.
they need one more person that have been done wrong by Cody Rhodes or Roman, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's going to be War Games.
Randy Orton. Man, oh
They
man.
need an alliance. Yeah, the corporate Rocks corporate alliance. Yeah.
Could you see like a triple threat? Imagine Cody losing at Royal Rumble, Kevin Owens winning the title. Um, why you laughing? You're the big KO fan here. I'm trying to
Yeah,
meet you
but
halfway.
well, yeah, but Cody is like the golden boy. He's carried the
Exactly.
company. Kevin is right, but Cody is. That doesn't mean he's gonna win.
But
Yeah.
but imagine this though, because would you rather see not you, but would the Cody Crybabies rather see Cody defending his title at Mania or going for the title again at Mania? Um, oh,
Uh,
you're gonna be there. Awesome, awesome. Uh, nothing would please me more than KO winning. That's not awesome. But think about it this way: Kevin Owens wins the ladder match, wins the title, and then Randy's coming back really soon, probably at the Rumble, which makes it even more likely he'll cost KO. Maybe he costs Cody. Um, because then we could have Kevin Owens
mhm.
win at the Royal Rumble, be the champion, and then we're gonna have Cody chasing from the Rumble up to Mania, and then we're gonna have a triple threat: Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton, Kevin Owens at WrestleMania for the title.
Eh.
I don't like it either. I don't like it either.
I think if Kevin Owens is gonna beat Cody and win the title, he's gonna lose it at Elimination Chamber.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
Maybe.
Boy,
Yeah.
a lot of question marks here, man. A lot of question marks. Um, man, oh man.
Oh, okay. We got something here.
I got my first pro wrestling tryout tomorrow, so won't even be able to see Dakota win live. If she does get put over for the title. But yeah, but that's okay. You can watch it tomorrow. Good luck at your pro wrestling tryout.
Yeah, that's awesome. Where is your tryout? What are you
Yeah,
doing? What's your wrestling name? What do you go by? What's your shtick?
yeah. Is it a tryout as in for like a wrestling school, or are you already
Oh,
trained in pro wrestling, or and are you trying out for like a promotion? It's
yes. Good point. Good point.
is this Isaac Yankum we're talking to?
Yeah.
DDS. Is this is this who is talking to us right now? And if so, I have a couple teeth that really need to be worked on. It doesn't make sense for Randy to cost Cody after KO tried to end Randy's career. Yeah, but Cody wasn't there to save him. Randy Orton had a little bit of a
Maybe Cody. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe KO's in Randy's ear. I don't know.
yeah. Stranger things have happened,
Yeah.
and not everything in WWE makes sense. So boy, it's really I'm excited to see where they're going to go with it. I don't think they're going to fumble it. Like I've said before, I hate predicting everything right because then when it happens, I'm not surprised, and I like being surprised in pro wrestling. Not like Mr. Tesh who gets surprised when uh Top Dollar comes out for an independent promotion
Oh
and
my
gets
god! Oh my god!
I'm so glad we're not reactors, man. That shit is so
Oh my god!
bogus, bro. Like having
Yeah.
to try to act surprised and overemphasize like your excitement for something is just too
Right.
much for me.
But shout out to Mikey though.
Yeah, Mikey does his thing.
My,
Yeah,
my Mikey went in for this past one. He
I
he
think
was go. He cleared out the whole living room floor. He cleared out everything for the whole, so he could do like jumping jacks and backflips and
Oh
He
man,
Mikey was truly
Mikey's
excited.
legit. Yeah,
That
he's
that
there.
was
Yeah,
genuine reactions. Yeah, for Mikey. Yeah, we love
he is a
Mikey.
real
Yeah,
one. Yeah, yeah.
yep,
But
Mikey.
all
Yep,
these
yep.
guys like
Yeah,
try to flip out the best they can, so WWE will
yeah.
feature him in a commercial. Is just too much for me. I'm
Right, right.
It's just a little bit too much. I mark out too when certain things happen, but
Oh, for sure. Yeah, yeah,
like when you're excited for, Powerhouse Hobbs to win a gauntlet match and you're running around and punching your dog and smashing windows, it's a little too much.
it's different when you doing it just so you will get, like you said, WWE will feature you on a thing, and it's not like a genuine reaction.
Yes.
Like you're faking it. Like you just acting for the camera, acting excited, acting more excited than you normally would be when if you were just sitting there watching it. Like that's what's annoying to me. Like people that do it that do the streaming is cool. Like I enjoy it, but it's different when the people are acting.
Yeah,
It's
and do
annoying.
it like
Yeah,
save those fake phony pops for like events that
the
are
real
like
shit.
big time. Yeah, like
Yeah, yeah.
Isaac said it's with PWA Pro Wrestling Australia. Oh, now hey, shout out Land Down Under. It's the same school that majority of the Australian WWE wrestlers went to except Bronson Reed. Oh, good luck, man.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
That's so
man.
cool. Good
You
luck.
should be. It
You're
says
gonna kill it.
if your name popped up as Isaac King, so your name should be King Kangaroo since you're from Australia. I think
Yeah.
that really has a
Do a
nice pop.
kangaroo kick.
And you
Yeah.
should do the kangaroo kick for your finisher. And once you get big and famous, you need to come back and thank us for that. You're
Yes.
welcome.
You come back on Ringside Renaissance. You bring us in. We'll cut a promo for you.
Yeah, and be sure to
Yeah.
stay up with us on social medias and let us know how the tryout went and stuff. I'm really interested to see how it goes and let us know your steps onto the way and wish you all the best. I mean, that's a dream for me. I never had the size to be a pro wrestler. I have the mouth to kind of be a manager, but
Hmm.
managers are kind of dead in WWE these days or wrestling in general. So here I am doing podcasts. But
Yeah.
good luck. Good luck. Um, yeah, where were we at? We're all over the place. It's a lot of fun. Um, yeah, so final. I'm not going to do final predictions for Royal Rumble because we're going to do one
Oh yeah.
right
Yeah.
at
We
the
got
end and
time
stuff.
to go. Yeah.
Yeah, we got time. We got time to think about
We
it.
got time for that. Yeah. Um, as far as like CM Punk, listen to Bust It Open, they're talking about kind of like that he he was featured on Netflix main event and is almost bigger than WrestleMania with like how many people it reached that no longer can anybody really call him out for saying that he left and came back, and that's kind of got to be squashed. And then also like the whole WrestleMania main event thing,
Yes.
like he can't have that chip on his shoulder anymore. I don't quite, I don't know. I
I
get it though. I
yeah,
get it.
I could see where he's coming from because they made this up to be one of the biggest WWE events in history. So just to put Punk and Rollins on that pedestal, I can agree with that to a point, but at the same
Hmm.
time, when you get into the wrestling business, and Isaac, you could probably comment on this too. Like, if you're not getting into the wrestling business to have the hopes and dreams to one day main event a WrestleMania, like, what are
Hmm.
you doing? Like,
Right. Yeah.
that's the end all be all. And the fact that Punk hasn't done that yet is probably a real chip on his shoulder that he still has. It doesn't matter the Netflix main event or anything like that. But also at the same time, he might be at an age where he's just happy to be there and
Right.
happy to be doing his craft. So
It's a big accomplishment too, and it says a lot that they did put him on last because we all were talking, and the internet was a buzz with weeks leading up to Netflix Raw
mhm.
with if Roman and Solo Tribal Combat was going to get the main event, and I'm surprised actually that they ended up going with Seth and Punk.
Yeah.
I'm happy
Oh,
about that. I think it's a good thing, but it is
yeah.
what it is.
Tribal Combat. I
Good
think
for
if,
him. Good for him.
and that was another thing for me that I was thinking if they were gonna be going with The Rock going to WrestleMania, they would have had Tribal Combat on last.
Right.
Um, because then it kind of puts more speculation on what's going to happen moving forward. But the fact that they put them on first, boy, would you all be down for Punk versus Roman to main event WrestleMania? Heyman in Punk's corner as his favor for from War Games.
If he
Uh,
wins, as long as he wins. I don't want to see Roman go over on Punk in WrestleMania though.
Hmm. Yeah, I think they got different directions to go. I think that'll be more like a SummerSlam match. And
Right.
maybe that's why, maybe that's the favor. Maybe Roman wins the title back at WrestleMania, and Punk's favor is to have a title match, and that would lead to like SummerSlam or something.
Right.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, you never know. I don't see like Heyman being in Punk's corner. It doesn't matter whose corner he's in. He would probably still be rooting on the tribal chief because of how
Right.
close they are.
Yeah.
You know, I think they kind of.
Yeah. I and it might be separate brands too at this point still. Like he's Punk might be gunning for like Gunther now
Hmm.
and like that world championship and not the universal championship, right?
Yeah.
I'd almost rather see Punk versus Cody than Punk versus Roman.
Yeah. Okay. You think so?
I don't know. I
We need to get the title off Cody so we
I
can have.
think I think they I think Punk and Cody could bring more out of each other like promo wise than Punk and Roman could
Yeah, I
in
can
a
see that.
way.
Yeah, yeah. We'd have more of those cinematic scenes if we had Roman and Punk. You
And you
know.
could really like almost double turn them if you had to or do a turn with either one of them, right?
Hmm.
So, yeah.
You really 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 want Cody to be a heel, huh?
Yes. Yes.
If you
Yes.
look back, a lot of people, Cody did some time in New Japan Pro Wrestling, and his heel work in New Japan was really really good.
Ring of Honor too, right?
Ring
Wasn't
of
he
Honor,
here?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yep, yep.
yeah, Bullet
So,
Club. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
oh, man, that would be really great. So, and then you could bring back the possessed Mark
Yes.
and just do the whole thing. Just do the whole being the elite thing, but just like Cody Rhodes and none of the other guys. That'd be great. Um, yeah. What do you think about? Okay, we're gonna go crazy fantasy booking here. What
Mhm.
would you think about a surprise entrant in the Rumble being Ricky Starks?
Ooh, I think they should book that. I think that needs to happen.
Triple H needs to pay Tony Khan however much money he wants to get Ricky Starks out of his contract and get Ricky
Yes.
Starks to come in, win the Royal Rumble, and then have Cody versus Ricky at WrestleMania. And you can have Ricky say, you know what, I came here last year to support you, and I got put on the shelf because of it. And that's like the whole storyline that's built up to it. Like, I
Yeah.
haven't wrestled for a year because I came here to support your ass.
Yeah.
Oh,
I really hope Ricky Starks ends up in WWE, and I really hope him and Cody have a feud or have something. Obviously, they will if once he makes it there.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we need Punk versus KO. That would be amazing. That's that promo would be those promos would be great.
Hmm. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I think that's actually a good direction they could go right now too. If Punk is staying babyface and KO is staying heel, um, after he moves on from Cody and Punk needs somebody in between with WrestleMania or whatever they're doing. I think that could be smart. Yeah.
We also didn't talk about the debut tonight of allegedly
Yeah. Oh,
Pent-
that's true. Yeah.
Pentagon Jr. is going to be debuting in WWE tonight. Interested to see the reaction for that. Interested to see how many WWE people actually kind of know who he is and are interested in him.
Yep, yep. I think for the people that don't know him or aren't very familiar with him, I think the good thing about it is he's great in the ring. So I
Mhm.
think he'll get some wows there in that type of way, at
Yeah,
least.
you'll know the first time he does the thing, how much of the crowd goes along with him.
That's true.
I think
Yes.
that'll be a
Yeah.
huge tell and
Yep.
and how much the WWE universe knows him. I'm interested to see how
His move set.
he. Yeah, I was dancing around that word. I
Yeah.
was really really dancing around that word there. I was trying to think of a good. But yeah, I'm interested to see what his style in the ring is going to be because he can't do that package pile driver because they just used it in the Cody Kevin Owens feud. So that's really got to be
Right.
protected, I think. Um, but there's a lot he can do that he doesn't need to do that, I guess.
And he's just gonna be there for this year now, like solo, and then I would assume Ray Phoenix is gonna end up with him once his contract's done, right? Like
Yeah, when do you think Ray
because
Phoenix
that's got
contract's
that.
up?
Oh, I think they said they had the year. It was like a year left on it or something. Didn't
Jeez.
Tony extend it for that year, or like kept him for the year or something like that?
Man, oh
Just kind
man,
of screw him. Yeah.
that's
So
insane.
I think that's what it is. Yeah, because uh they will be a big asset to the tag team division. I think for WWE together, of
Hmm.
course. Yeah.
Uh, please keep him away from LWO unless he retires Ray.
Yeah, just don't throw them in there. Yeah, they kind of the stereotype and everything, and just putting all the luchadors together. It's yeah,
Yeah, I think that he's gonna end up being as much as you're gonna hate it, and I'm probably gonna hate it, Rudy. That I think he's going to be with the LWO because if you remember a few weeks ago, um, Ray was having kind of a standoff with the New Day, and
hmm
was talking about fighting them, and the New Day was like, "Oh, who's gonna be your partner?" This guy Dragon Lee, who's like a Rey Mysterio wannabe, and he's like putting down all the other people in the LWO. So I think Ray's gonna end up teaming with Pentagon against the New Day, which I'm not for either. But
yeah. And Penta also like in AEW. Do we remember him really like cutting promos?
no,
That's gonna be a thing too. Like in WWE, how of what his ceiling is, right?
yeah, almost have Ray be like a manager for him. I guess that could kind of be a
Yeah,
way to go about it, or have Alex Abrahantes come in with him. If people don't know who Alex Abrahantes is with Penta, like that's a whole different demon.
that'd be cool.
Pentagon says,
Yeah.
blah, 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 blah. Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I wonder where that contract is with AEW. I wonder. I remember seeing him though not too long ago. He was coming out with some random person
Yeah.
again. So
Yeah. Oh boy. I'm glad we've been doing this whole live and there hasn't been one AEW comment. That really keeps us from having to bury them even more.
yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what Netflix where they go with this episode with Raw because the last one was a big flagship kickoff event for the whole world, right? Like, so are we going back to normal programming now, somewhat with Raw? You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
Are we expecting the numbers to go down a little bit because they were very, very, very high. People were talking crap and like trying to make excuses, but millions and millions were watching
Yeah. Not
or
according to
watched.
Dave Meltzer, but I mean,
Oh yeah, yeah,
it
yeah.
is what it is.
AEW beat.
How is that even like a thing anymore? Um, oh, what did
Oh,
Powerbomb say? Okay.
oh, ooh.
Okay,
Okay,
all right. I'm gonna go on Twitter right now and check that out because
I'm a pop if that's gonna happen. If he shows up with Alex, that's good. That's good. Good things. Yeah.
oh, and while we're there, we have the street fight between Damian Priest and Finn Balor tonight too. I forgot all
Okay,
about that. I mean,
that's good. Yeah.
that might be the main event now that I think about it. But I really think the women's IC title.
Yeah,
Um,
I think we got to get something from Punk or Seth, right?
mhm.
You think so or no?
Yeah,
You
I
think we're
think so.
gonna get
They have
Punk or
to
Seth? Yeah. Or are
they
they
have
gonna cool
to
off for a week?
they have to kind of address it anyway. Punk's gonna be there. I don't know if it's gonna be just him talking and
And everything Punk said after he had won that match, that was, when they went off air, when he was walking back on the ramp, that he's going for all the titles, he's going to win everything, blah 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 blah. So he
all
put it
right.
out there again.
We have a problem because I don't know how to spell Abrahantes, so I can't look up his Twitter right now. really,
Fair enough.
really struggling. Okay, well, I found him. I think I found him. Okay, okay.
Oh.
Here we go. Here we go. I'm sorry about it. I
All
don't think
things wrestling podcast. What is it just me or has Gunther been not showed a lot lately? Yeah.
agreed. Yeah, we talked
Yeah.
about that in our Raw review that they haven't been really showing Braun or Gunther very much lately. It's kind of
Yeah. He didn't get no spot on Raw on the
yeah.
last Netflix Raw. So I think he's gonna get his moment tonight though. I think the people that didn't get their moment last week are gonna get it tonight. Like as far as the big people, the big names, heavy hitters of Raw that were kind of just sitting around or sitting by. I think they're gonna get their time tonight.
Yeah, Alex Abrahantes repost something from Tony Khan yesterday, so I really don't think he's going to be in WWE tonight. Sorry about it.
Ah,
We really got hyped up for nothing.
damn it.
I
Yeah.
was really
Unless he's
pumped
pulling a
up, man.
swerve on Tony. Yeah.
Oh
Which I
man,
hope so. But
yeah. So I'm excited to see tonight. Also, they have Sheamus against Ludwig Kaiser tonight. I wish they would kind of wrap that up and kind of move on to something else. It's
yeah.
eh, eh.
Yeah. It's not quite it's not gonna be quite like last week then.
No, no, it's
N-
not. Yeah,
No.
yeah, not gonna be the same thing. But hey, I'm still excited nonetheless, man. It may have also been fake. You never know nowadays. Yeah, it was fake. I just went on Alex Abrahantes' Twitter and he's fanboying
Tony
he's
Khan.
fanboying
Yeah.
Tony Khan right now. So it is what it
Yeah,
is.
probably not then. But yeah, you
Yeah,
never know. I hope so. I hope he shows up. At least by the time Ray comes over, but I don't know if that's like their affiliation though. And anyways, before that, like, was he with the Lucha Brothers before AEW and all that?
I don't think so. Let us know in the
Okay,
comments if you know, but I don't think so. I think
yeah,
Lucha Brothers did their own thing down in AAA and stuff like that, and Lucha Underground and
right.
everything else. So did you see the video online? People were saying that I guess in Lucha Underground, Pentagon faced Chelsea Green in a match, and a lot of people are thinking that's going to be
Okay, snap.
something that gets rehashed out in WWE. I really think you shouldn't hold your breath on that one. That's kind of
Yeah, I
not
had seen
gonna
a
happen.
match with who was with Nia Jax. What's her name?
Oh yeah, Candice LeRae.
Candice LeRae. I had seen highlights of a match of I believe it was Candice LeRae versus Roderick Strong,
Okay.
and he completely like destroyed her. This was like from years. I was like, I was like, holy shit! I really gained some respect for Candice LeRae after I watched those highlights. Like,
Oh, she got
and
dogged out. Yeah.
Roderick Strong probably should have went to jail afterwards. That's why you can't. That's why WWE won't do it. Yeah,
Yeah. She's
yeah,
married
yeah.
to Johnny Gargano,
To
right?
Johnny Gargano. Yeah, yeah. He'd have to step in. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay, like he would do anything.
Yeah.
I guess we got a few minutes left here.
Pretty
Any
Deadly got buried. That was bullshit.
stupid. I don't know though because they had that little promo backstage with um DIY after and they were like, "Why don't you
Yep.
help us?" And I think they're really kind of gearing towards a Pretty Deadly babyface turn.
Yes, I
I
agree. I
I
think
think
so.
the way
I
they're
hope so.
doing it, I hope so too. I
A
really
long build to them winning the titles back
at
as baby
WrestleMania.
faces. Yes. Yes.
Could you imagine that entrance
Probably.
at WrestleMania?
Yeah.
I'm not even joking. Why are you laughing right now? I'm
It'd be
being
like the most extravagant thing ever.
oh
Yes.
my god, it'd be a great. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That'd be
I
so good.
yep. NXT. Uh we had a few big things happen this past
Hmm.
week. Uh Julia Gulia beat Roxanne Perez for the NXT Women's Championship and is now the NXT Women's Champion.
Mm.
Yeah.
And we had Obafemi defeating Trick Williams and is now the new NXT World Champion. Um,
Ooh. Yeah.
pretty
Oba
Obafemi.
made it to the top of the mountain now. He did it with the North American title or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah, North American title. And now he's up there.
Who's gonna take that title from him? That's tough.
He's gonna hold that for a while. I think.
Tony
I don't.
D'Angelo is gonna
Yeah, that's. I don't know about that.
shout
Yeah.
out Tony D. Yeah, he's gonna dethrone him from both championships. I'm telling you. Uh, Pretty
Rock.
Deadly the musical as their Mania intro.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, it could be a huge, huge event.
Yo,
Yes.
imagine like Lin Manuel Miranda like in the
Oh
intro
yeah.
with them
Yeah.
coming out with a Pretty Deadly musical. Oh
Singing it. Yeah.
my god, that disco ball coming down in the slow
Yep.
motions.
Yeah.
I
Beautiful.
I got goosebumps.
Yeah.
Ah, I love it. I love it. Love to see it. Ah, man, oh man, Rudy, you just made my whole day with that, man. It's the
But The
first
Rock
time.
and Ethan Page on NXT. The Rock and Ethan Page had a little thing there. Yeah.
Yeah, Ethan Page is all right. I don't know if he's gonna be.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's gonna be too much, in the way of
Right.
anything more than an NXT kind of an enhancement kind of thing. Hey, good morning, Earl. How you doing?
What's up, Earl? Good morning.
I believe Earl has a live coming up before WWE Raw tonight. If people want to follow him on X
No,
and
that's right. Yes, yes, yes.
follow him on YouTube for his live. Earl, do you do a watch along or you just do a pre event thing? Just let us know in the comments. But yeah, follow along and
Yeah.
we're big here in Ringside Renaissance, and people have we're big in supporting other creators and stuff. That's something that Andy and I, Kombat Jones and I have both kind of agreed at right from the beginning, was that we're always going to be supportive of other creators and stuff, and because of
Right.
creators that helped us out in the beginning. So if there's any creators out there that want to be promoted or kind of want to give a shout out into the chat or on our
Yep.
comments or whatever, always feel free to do that. We're always
Yeah, we follow everybody back. We subscribe back to everybody. It's all love for everybody. Oh
yeah,
yeah, he inviting
inviting us to be on the wrestling experience.
okay.
Ooh. I can't do it tonight. I got to work tonight, but I mean,
Yeah.
just message us on Twitter or whatever. Maybe we can try to work something out. If our schedules work out. Our schedules are very kind of
Yeah.
opposite, so it's hard to kind of do that. But
At that time, yeah. Yeah, I'll be watching tonight. I'll see what I'm doing. I'm not sure what's going on tonight when I'll be able to watch it, if I'll be live or if I'll be here, but we'll see. I'll see what I can do.
we are always open to trying to do something in the future for sure. As long as you don't
Yeah,
mind
yeah.
us going
Yeah.
on there and listen, we're kind of a we're kind of
Yeah.
a we're kind of a tough act to get along with sometimes. So not that we're rude or anything, but we just are very open and maybe raunchy or crude with a lot of our stuff. So we've been given the unofficial award as the Howard Stern show of pro wrestling podcasts. So
Yeah, yeah.
um,
That's what they call us. Yeah.
that's what they call us. Well, they call me a lot of things, but that's the one I'm allowed to
Yeah.
tell them. Yeah. I'm my wife calls me the hung stallion. A lot of different things. So
Yeah.
yeah. But thanks a lot for the shout out too.
Yeah. Oh,
But
I
yeah,
want to shout out sorry, everybody on TikTok, just in
yes.
case this is the last week.
Oh no,
Anybody that,
TikTok's over.
well, I don't know, allegedly, but who knows what's going to happen if
Mm-hmm.
if it could be saved. It could be saved like America was saved, allegedly, as they say. So we'll see. If the
Okay.
UFOs, the UAPs come down and they save us.
Yeah.
But if not, if hip hop has already died. If TikTok dies and TikTok is not here anymore, and you are following us on TikTok or you came from TikTok, we appreciate you, and we appreciate you liking all the videos on TikTok and interacting on there and doing all that. And just please follow us on here and follow us on Twitter, on Instagram, on Facebook. Look us up, and we'll still continue to post videos on all these other platforms until there is a new TikTok.
Well put. Talk
Yeah.
tick.
Yeah.
Now, should we have a moment of silence for TikTok and all those young
Right.
teenage girls in bikinis thinking they were famous because they were shaking their ass and getting a lot of likes? Moment of silence now.
Swing. Yeah.
uh You know, we got a couple minutes left here. The only other thing I want to say is shout out. You just brought it up to everybody in the UAP community. This is
Yes.
something we are very into, but we don't really talk about. We are a wrestling podcast, but shout out Bob Lazar. Shout out Luis Elizondo. If you don't know who these guys are, look them up. Do some research. It's a lot of fun. That's kind of our other interest that we're into.
Yeah. Shout out to James Fox.
James Fox, yes, with the program.
The program, the moment of contact, and the phenomenon.
The phenomenon, yep. And then we had Robert Hastings. I'm reading his book right now. UFOs and Nukes is really good.
Yep.
I don't know if we can
Jeremy
use that.
Corbell.
Jeremy Corbell, George Knapp. Man.
George Knapp.
A lot of people. David Grush.
David Grush. Adam Graves. Should we shout out Hal Putoff?
Ooh. There we go. Shout out Hal Putoff. If this gets to Hal Putoff, we will give one lucky fan $100 if this somehow gets back to Hal Putoff and he responds to us.
Tom DeLonge, baby.
Tom DeLonge, boy, oh boy. There's a whole
none
lot
of this. Them. None of this would be happening if it wasn't for Tom DeLonge.
Gary Nolan.
Gary Nolan, yeah.
A lot of people in that community that we follow along. Like I said, it's our other interest and our other passion, but we kind of just don't talk about that here. And if anybody has any interest in the UAP phenomenon, our DMs are open because we have a lot of fun with that.
Anybody has any crazy UAP or UFO stories, let us know too. If you've ever seen any type of crazy stuff, let us know. If you have any information on the 18-level underground subterranean base at the Plattsburgh Air Force Base and Project Phoenix and MK Ultra, let me know. Yeah.
If you know about the Dulce base and Philip Schneider getting his hand lasered off by a alien, let us know. It's a whole beautiful thing.
Yeah.
I don't know why I had to end on that. I just had a lot of fun. You had brought up the UAP stuff, and I was really into it. But yeah, thank you all for hanging out with us and riding along with us. This has been a lot of fun. We don't do a whole lot of lives. This actually got a lot more interaction than I thought we were going to get this morning, so that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, if you're watching it or you watched it or you come here later or whatever, hit that like button. We appreciate you. Yeah.
The subscribe button. Tell your friends about us.
Hit the like, share it, do all that. We appreciate all the comments and everybody that hung around or that was here at one point, that checked in.
Here today, gone tomorrow.
Yeah. Now, then, now, forever, together. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah. Well.
Yes. Our time has come to an end. Don't cry because it ended. Smile because it happened.
Yes, sir. Yeah. So I guess that's it. Yeah, we'll be back in some time to talk Raw, probably SmackDown at that point, or just one or the other. We'll figure it out. We'll be back not before long though. You can bet on that. We don't stay gone forever.
That's right.
Here.
That's right.
Shout out to all the subscribers. Let's get to 10K. Shout out to everybody out there hitting the turnbuckle, Kick Ash, Mikey,
Sam's on wrestling.
Sam's on wrestling, of course. Yeah.
Joshy wrestling. Yeah. Hitting the turnbuckle. You already said, I think.
Yeah. Hitting
AIW podcast.
Yeah. W. Yeah.
Everybody out there that's been right along and supporting us. Earl, thank you for that. Isaac, if you're still here, good luck with your tryout tomorrow. Been a lot of fun, man, and I'm ready for more.
Yeah, ready for more, and that's what we do. So everybody have a good day or good, whatever.
Night,
You've been listening to Ringside Renaissance. That's pretty deadly, Jesse. Why ain't it working? Damn live streams. And and I'm Andrew Kombat Jones. Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. And we are.
I'm better than you, and you know it.
Yeah. All you haters out there. And you've been listening to the Ringside Renaissance Wrestling Podcast. Peace.